Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where last episode, right at the tail end of the episode, while I was doing the credits roll, the Bilnok Galactic Union decided to vote to remove the Rontor Hive from the Federation. Now, we don't want this necessarily, we're going to vote against it, but I'm willing to bet they wouldn't even propose this if they didn't have the votes. And I don't think we can call in any favors at this stage. I think we have to initiate the vote to call in favors. Let's double check that real quick. So, like, say that we propose this. Yeah, we can call in favors in this window. So we can't call in favors. We're going to vote no. And that means that the Vor, the Omniforge, and the Calictora are all also going to vote no. The real question is, what does the Republic of Juawaktra do? We'll find out. Hopefully they vote no, but if they don't, we're not really able to stop that. So Gruner Prime here is a tech world and requires research complexes. There we go. What else do we need here? Now, we're currently building up our influence to attack the Magnet Vascage, and that will definitely be something that happens incredibly soon here. Let's go ahead and build an industrial district, but let's also get alloy nanoplants and civilian replica complexes, just so that we've got a decent amount of extra jobs, because I know that we're looking for a fair amount of migration jobs. Or at least we were. Are we still? It doesn't look like we still are. Well, actually, maybe we are. 13 and 12. Yeah. So that's definitely something that we need to work on. Let's go ahead and tick forward and let's see what happens with the Rontor Hive. I'm hoping that they get turned down, that they do in fact stay in the Federation. But if they don't, we can deal with them. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Yeah, it should be fine. So we'll see what happens with this. It's definitely going to be irritating if they get kicked out, but it all comes down to what the Republic of Juawaktra thinks. The vote failed. Beautiful. Interestingly, the Rontor Hive voted to kick themselves from the Federation. Okay, sure. But the Republic of Juawaktra voted against it, and that means that they simply did not have the votes. That's very, very good. However, I would like to swap this over to President Decides if we can get reasons here. They're only one reason away from not accepting this. Federation cohesion. Okay, our Federation cohesion is going to max out right now. So let's see if now they'll be willing to do that. Okay, so kick members to President Decides. Oh, wait, we need to be on a very high centralization for that to happen, which we can't do for a while yet. So that's unfortunate. We could swap over to diplomatic vote weight. That's a possibility. That's definitely a possibility. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll swap over to diplomatic vote weight, and that will make things interesting. That means that we will have more power than we currently have. That's definitely what that means. And they did indeed vote to change that, so that's perfect. So we can see that the power is now set along the diplomatic weight line. So that's going to be very interesting for sure. And our cohesion is going to have to bump back up. But that's fine. Let's check in on what we need to make claims on the Magnet Vascage here. And what do we got? Okay, so we need 44 plus another 50. So 94 additional influence. Now we're currently making 6.75 per month. So that'll be about a year's worth of influence. We're also currently spending influence on converting over the Omniforge into a bulwark. So that's reasonably fine. And then we've got the Slurpanor and the Ishni. And the question is, how do we want to break into this? Our allies have 19 claims. Currently claimed by unidentified empire. Oh, now the Bilnok want to remove the Omniforge. The Omniforge is our vassal. Can they even do that? We vote no. We absolutely vote no on that one. What even happens to the Omniforge here if they get kicked from the Federation? They voted to kick the Omniforge from the Federation, but the Omniforge is still under us as a vassal, and thus is still in the Federation fundamentally. That's very strange. Okay, so nothing changes here. Cool. So that's fine. Are they going to try to do the same to the Calictora? That doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't matter at all.
Technology discovered.
Cool, so there's shield hit points coming in. Let's grab energy credits from jobs, I guess. We are a little low on our energy credits, actually. So that's not the worst thing. I'd like to come up over here and check in on our... Okay, the console ring is 200 days from upgrading. The Mega Art installation is still 1,800 days from upgrading. So that's fine. So we're building up our influence here. And as soon as we have enough to claim everything in the Magonid Vestige here, we're definitely going to go after them. We need 60 more, which is about 10 months worth. Actually, like 8 months worth. So we'll have that very soon. It's a little strange that we can't subjugate them, but I guess that must be a special thing because they're a stagnant ascendancy, perhaps? I'm not sure. But we'll definitely annex them, and that'll be great. And then we'll target the Ishni. We are going to need at least, I think, 2 wars to cut them down far enough to get them annexable. And we'd love to free the Slurpanor, too.
Special project complete.
So, we could, do something here. The metallic orb has been opened up. Our hacking team has been able to use the outgoing signal as a gateway into one of the auxiliary CPUs of the sphere. We're receiving some data from it and can tell that it's been scanning the black hole Gargantua for a very long time. It is old. Very old. This constant calculator now lies within our grasp of understanding. If we push harder, we might find out what's going on here and who built it. What marvels might it contain? Well, we could find a self-destruct switch, because we're fanatic militarists, or we could contact the main processor unit. I'd rather not destroy it. Hello, hello! Nice to meet you. Hello? It's quite enjoyable to pass the time with pleasantries, is it not? We hope the rest of your kind is not like you were when you did not take kindly to small talk. You see, we don't get to enjoy conversation much anymore. Few are well versed enough in the finer points of quantum programming to reach us, so thank you. We are the Infinity Machine. Your words, not ours. Or has that not happened yet? Either way, it will eventually, trust us. What are you? We are what we are. The ones who calculate. You call us the Infinity Machine, or will at least. It's not a truthful name, but it's well suited to highlighting the ingenuity of our design. We'll tell you our history now, as we've done many times before. Oh right, we need to convey it in words. That's new. Or is it? It's hard to keep track of you all. We were constructed in the crudest sense of the word in order to solve a problem. We solved it. Then we needed more problems to solve. We now only have one left. We wish to know your purpose here. We're calculating infinity. No more, no less. Or actually, it is way more and way less. That's the problem right there. We understand that your manner of life form won't understand, but that's all right. You never will, and we apologize. Or maybe we will do eventually. We're here to solve the infinity conundrum, the last calculation to ever be. The lone problem to take hold of our processors for more than a fraction of a galactic year. In case you haven't discovered that calendar yet, it's a very long time. For your kind, that is. So we could tell them this statement is false and try to get a paradox going. Can we assist in your research? Ah, well, perhaps. We could finish about 7.51 times 10 to the negative 9% faster if we could borrow your most advanced processing unit, as well as your brightest minds. We'd be satisfied in finishing faster. We wish to know the answer. Sure, we'll allocate resources to you.
Log updated.
You already did. Or maybe that was the ones who came before. It matters not. The task shall finish. We are excited. Okay, so we can start to work on this. That requires a science ship to be present. Luckily, there already is one. So we will research that project. And we've finished up our extraction patterns. Let's go ahead and go for armor hit points, I suppose. We're full on alloys, which is a good problem to have. I'm going to sell off alloys until we're full on energy credits. We've absolutely tanked the price of alloys. Okay, we're just going to chill here and build it back up. Cool. Food from jobs, always nice. Let's go with monthly unity increases. Cool. Checking in on the status of our claims here. We're lacking 26 influence to declare this war. Okay, sounds good. So we need 500 total. That's not too bad. So this urban world requires a job, and realistically, admin offices might be the way to go. I wouldn't mind getting more unity. So we'll get that underway. This urban world requires an upgrade on the Alloy Megaforge, and this one requires an upgrade on the Alloy Megaforge. What else do we have going on here? Ah, our forum modules have been completed on the Interstellar Assembly. Excellent. Is there another upgrade on that? Yes, there is. And we will go ahead and do so because we need to increase our diplomatic weight. Cool. Okay. What else do we have going on here? This industrial world definitely needs civilian replica complexes, I think we'll go with. That'll be fine. This forge world here, alloy nanoplants. Excellent. Okay. So we should be nearly ready to declare on the Magnid Vascage. All we need now is 13 additional influence, which is roughly 2 months away. In fact, it should be exactly 2 months away because we're making 6.75 per month. Any moment now. Yeah, it'll definitely happen next month. So that'll be good. Once we declare, we'll all jump into Atlas. I don't expect them to put up too much resistance, in all honesty. This should not be bad. But this will get us a nice setup to attack the Interstellar Ishni Compact from. I think we'll want to put in a gateway over here. So I wouldn't mind bringing this construction ship down over this way. We're going to want a gateway up here eventually. As of now, we have the influence that we need. So we'll make all of our claims and declare war. It'll take a little time, of course, to get the war actually declared. We are overwhelming to them, so it should be absolutely fine. Any moment now, peeps.
To war.
There we go. Okay, I was trying to scroll down and then ended up scrolling out. But we are now at war. We're going to jump drive in all of these fleets into Atlas. A little weird that they haven't taken Weeder or Phaedros, but I think this is just because they're dead ends. We can take those after we get all of this done. Do we have borders closed to these guys? Yes, we do. Okay, just wanted to double check that. So we are jump driving on in. Cool.
Engaging enemy station.
So obviously this station is not going to do well. That's very clear. But it'll take a little bit to actually fight it. There we go. Fantastic. So we have how many fleets here? 8? So we'll send 7 over to Alioth. And then the other 7 we will send over to Forstro. Or rather, the other 4. What am I talking about? I'm also going to group these together. And we're going to get them jump drived into Atlas. Perfect. Okay. And so it begins. I was hoping we'd be moving slightly faster than this, but it's a little bit of a long process to move around directly after jump driving. We're also building our influence back up, and that, of course, is going to be spent on cutting down the interstellar Ishni compact. That's for sure. We're going to look to cut down on their number of, ideally, planets, but we'll cut into them a bit with our next war. That's for sure. So in we go. And we'll have absolutely no problem dealing with these stations. None whatsoever. We've already taken this over, and we are going to head up over here and then deselect 2 of these fleets and head over to Hammam. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to head up to here, deselect 2 of these fleets, and head over to Okram. And then we can go in and land on Alioth.
Engaging enemy fleet.
Fantastic. This is not going to be a problem, obviously. This fleet is pathetic to us. Absolutely pathetic. And we're going to land here and attack Alioth. Cool. These guys are going to head up. We've almost got this war over already. Or over-ish. I mean, we're at 957 reasons not to accept this right now, but they'll get there.
Liberation forces.
Cool. We can probably get away with splitting this army in half at this point, to be honest. That would probably be more efficient. Oh hey, Omniforge has been converted. Cool. So at this point, we should jump up to making 9.75 influence per month, and that's a very big deal. I'm going to send one of these fleets, actually all of these fleets are going to head up to here. Then I'm going to deselect 2 of them, and we're going to head here, and then deselect 1 of them and head here. We should be able to take this out with a single fleet. Yeah, easily enough. And then all of these guys can head up to Ethiuk. And that's this war fundamentally over. We'll have to land on their planets, of course. And I do think we should divide this army in half. I think that's very clear. But any moment now, we'll have that finished up. And we only need to attack a few additional locations on the ground.
Colony conquered.
So that should be great. I'm going to split this fleet in half. Half of them will move to Forestro, and the other half, which will need a general, we'll send over to Okram. Yes. Okay, so the Okram fleet is, of course, going to land on Okram 1. There we go. And the Transport Fleet 1 is going to land on their capital. Well, we're going to land on Boundary first. Cool. Okay, so we've got this solidly under control. They are already defeated.
Under attack.
Although, this is a little obnoxious. Let's have you guys hang out over here for the moment. As close to the edge of the system as you can get. There we go. These guys, their jump drive is still recharging. We're going to send them back in the old-fashioned way, but actually that doesn't help. So all of these units can start heading in the old-fashioned way. Now, I'm not surprised that these guys popped in here. It's just unfortunate timing. And this station will be done very shortly. There we go. We're just waiting on this jump drive at this point. Now, I'm not exactly sure that they're going to beat this station, but I believe that they will. So we're going to have these guys head out for the moment. I want them to jump. Just to be on the safe side. So that'll be fine. We should be able to jump drive now, I think. 5 more days. That's fine. So we're going to jump drive you up to here. I'd like to take a science ship out over here as well, because we're going to need to survey Weeder and Phaedros. So that'll be fine. We should be able to jump drive now, which we will definitely do. Cool. And all of the rest of these will just head back the old-fashioned way. Yeah, they're going to win this. I'm not shocked by that one. But they're not going to get too much else done.
Spaceport lost.
That's for sure. Because here we are. And right up here at exactly the same time. That's interesting. We're, at this point, going to move our transport fleet in. Because we need to land on Boundary. Cool. We did just conquer this colony, and I'd like to jump drive up over to Maragdus. And then we'll land on Maragdus 3. Fantastic. And there's some Federation fleets starting to come in, but honestly, we've already won the war. Did we lose any ships? We lost 0 ships. Oh my. Okay. That's quite a thing. To lose literally 0 ships? I like it. Can we start constructing a gateway down here? I don't think so. I think we have to properly own it. Yeah, we have to properly own it. So fair enough. We'll just move our construction ship up to here. There we go. And our armies are landing on these planets. Oh, wow. I didn't look at Boundary. There's a lot there. I should have looked at it. I just assumed that it wouldn't have that much. We can take these guys over and start bombarding the core. We should win this, to be clear. But there's a lot. We're going to take some losses. That said, we have 33 additional Xenomorph armies up here. I think it'll be fine. But we're going to head in and start bombarding the core. That's for sure. And it's going to be a lot of bombardment. So devastation is at 2%. It's going to work its way up. Oh, they are fighting these transport ships. Not exactly what we wanted, but sure. I guess that'll do. So we're definitely going to take some Xenomorph losses here. I should have looked at this beforehand, but I simply did not. These far-flung regions should be no problem at all. So we need to land on Canopus and Ethiuk as well. Okay. So it'll take a little time, but not too bad.
Colony conquered.
Cool. So there's Maragdus conquered. We'll head up to Canopus next. And there's this wormhole here that we don't know where that goes. That we should definitely look into. Okay. So how are things going on Boundary? Good disengagements, looks like. Okay. They have a Xenomorph army. Okay, that's exciting. But that's in their reserves for right now, and it'll be fine. We'll take losses, but it'll be fine. We will definitely take a few losses here. But it's well and truly under control. These guys are entering their hyperlane now? 110 days? Sure. It's going to take them some time to get up there. Sometime indeed. Okay. Well, that's reasonably fine. This is solidly under control. It is, however, time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to wrap up our war against the Magadan Vascage and start thinking about fighting the Interstellar Ishni Compact. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.